Yo! Morning, everybody. I had a change of plans today, so I decided we'd flip the switch a little bit here and get our first showcase started. A lot of you were asking me earlier to do an LR Gohan showcase before the rest, so that's what we're doing. To make this as simple as possible, and for as most people as possible, I'm going to go through how you can kind of beat Boss Rush with LR Gohan to the simplest degree. If you look at the description, I also added a little bit of an insight of what each character does, but, you know, as we go, we'll explain it anyways. But if you want a little reading knowledge, it's there for you. So to start things off, we'll hop in the battle so I'll be able to explain a little bit faster to you. Alright, so the team I built around Gohan is essentially what was called the support team. This whole team exists to basically turn orbs into INT for Gohan, or just get orbs for Gohan in general. As you see, first up we have Super Saiyan Goku. This Super Saiyan INT Goku has no point in this battle. He does nothing, his damage is crap, but he has two functions. One serves as a stun, and one serves as an orb changer for Gohan, so on an INT team like this, he is one of the best choices. Our second contender here is LR Gohan himself. For every orb you basically get 2 ki for 1. If you get INT orbs, you get 3 ki for 1, so obviously, there's a reason he's pretty much the strongest card in the game. And lastly on bat is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. He exists in this function as a self-serving damage dealer. He buffs himself, he doesn't need buffs from anybody else, so you can basically hoard everything on Gohan and be super selfish. And without further ado, let's start the smackdown. Notice immediately right there, like I said, Gohan got double the ki orbs for that, so you're practically at a max level super attack as it is. Gohan rarely needs any ki for himself, as it's very, very hard to never not ult with him, so just getting him to max ki, nearly 20/18 every turn, best benefit, because boom, you'll do close to 4.4 million damage on a type advantage and knock someone out like it's nothing. The next 3 contenders all serve another very simple purpose. Trunks is, I wish you would have called him maybe a double-edged sword. He will change agility orbs into INT orbs, but the function with him is he actually needs INT orbs specifically for increased damage, so you can either use him selfishly for Gohan, or you can use him selfishly for yourself. He's kind of however you feel. Since Gohan's not up for the turn, and he doesn't need the INT orbs himself, you can be selfish here and use them for him. Piccolo, on the other hand, he serves as your pretty much only tank here. There aren't many INT characters besides Janemba and maybe a few others who serve as great tanks, so if you can pull LR Piccolo, not pull him, but if you can actually use him on your team, he sort of serves that extra function. And lastly, the friend lead I chose was Buuhan, because no matter how good your damage is for a team, a little bit of health mitigation here there doesn't hurt anybody. Also, something to remember as well, LR Gohan does not suffer from the same thing the current 120% leads do. You could use any INT character, you're not strictly held off on villains or heroes specifically, you can use one or the other. And lastly, the very last character is Bardock. Bardock here serves one purpose and one purpose alone. His passive increases his damage if there's a single person on the team, so aka almost every Dokkan battle will have one guy you're fighting. And 2, he serves as a super sealer. Consider him a support class. And with that, that's the quick go through on everybody. Let's make the magic happen. Also remember too, LRs passively have massively increased stats compared to their TUR or UR counterparts. So as you saw there, Gohan took very little damage, so use that to your advantage. Alright, so this is one of those times where you want to be selfish more with Trunks. Every INT orb is going to increase your damage by a metric truckload, so give Trunks what he needs and hope for the best elsewhere. If we get a stun off, we get a stun off. If we don't, well, we get blasted in the face. What are you going to do? Also, Global doesn't have this yet, but this Goku is getting a Dokkan pretty soon, so once that pops up too, they'll pretty much be top tier for INT, as it is. It didn't really change much, but, you know, they guess they need the Dokkan every old card, so that's what they did. So this would be the time you would use your Piccolo to defend. If it wasn't obvious, you're going to get attacked 5 times in the face. You could risk it by switching Gohan in his place to kill the other guy, but yeah, you don't really need it. And I'm probably not going to vote for any LR. If I do vote for one, it may be Super Saiyan 4 Goku, possibly. I just don't really care. I don't really have any preference either which way. Your only fallback, if you want to call it a fallback in a team like this, is you don't really have any AoE, so you can't just clean out a whole team instantly. You have to kind of kill them one by one by one by one, but when you can't die, you can't really complain. There's going to be, you know, a couple sacrifices here and there. Also, your Bardock's passive won't activate in a team where there's 4 of them. Also, this is sort of what I was talking about with Buuhan. This is sort of why he exists. You saw we didn't take very much damage, but that little bit of damage you take every single bat just adds up a little bit more and more and more and more and more. So he's sort of here as your self-serving self-healer. Also, rolling for LR Gohan on Global right now doesn't exactly have the same meaning as it once did. You have to roll on other banners and get a ticket for a chance to roll at LR Gohan, then get him. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I'll let you decide. And boom, there you go. So Frieza did about 27,000 damage, Buuhan just healed about 15k back. That little bit of healing mitigation just makes all the difference every time. Alright, we'll go back to singular battles now. Bardock's passive will reactivate. And we go back to stomping through this like it's nothing. Congrats! I also have LR Gohan on Japan. Japan teams can do this far easier, obviously, because of the tools invented to them, but since Global just got the 120% leads 2 days ago, and LR Gohan as well, the whole purpose of like this video and the next probably 4 after this is just how to actually use those cards correctly. They're strong cards with their own rights, that's for sure. But strong cards and being cards that are invincible are 2 entirely different things. Unfortunately for our good friend Frieza here, he's fighting against a type disadvantage, so while he may look tough on the outside, this guy's got nothing. Yep, that's a curse to run into. This game is not very friendly when it comes to stones. That's sort of why you see people playing the game in bursts. Like a big anniversary comes out, aka the 2nd anniversary today / tomorrow / yesterday. Give it a week and then they'll go back to being like, we're waiting for the next event. A little side note too, when I was mentioning Vegeta's self-sustained damage, what I'm referring to is on your ult as well, you increase your damage by either, I think it's like 30 or 40% on ult. That alone, his passive also increased him by another passive 100%, and any enemy types get their damage reduced by 30%. And if you're not aware, Frieza is actually an enemy. He's not a good guy. The show may make it seem like he's a good guy right now, but nah. He's still bad to the bone. It's the little passives, the little nook and crannies, the little ults, knowing those little things here and there is what sort of makes the difference to make this go fast, slow, win, lose, the whole shebang. Nah, it's not trippy. It's just, it's like with anything. You play it a lot, you get so used to it, you just don't really have to even think about it. How got Super 17 in Global? I have no idea who has Super 17 in Global, but that should not happen. In fact, Super 17 ain't gonna be around for a good long while. Also, when it comes to Piccolo and Super Saiyan Goku, respectively, you don't actually have to ever have them ult. So, if you're making sacrifices for one team or another, always stick with your damage dealers. Especially Piccolo. Just remember he serves as a tank more than he actually serves as a damage dealer. His damage is decent, but it's not going to reach what your other dudes can do. And avoid Super Saiyan Goku at all possibles. He has the chance at stun, and that's pretty much all he's got going for him. So in this situation, I typically would have Bardock actually go first to block his super, but I wanted Trunks to actually receive all the ult orbs he was going to have. Like I've mentioned a few times now, unlike Gohan, Trunks is very selfish and it actually has to be 100% int orbs for him to get the damage increase. And sometimes being selfish like that will bite you in the ass. Looks like we took about 117,000 hit. Yep, that was nearly half our health. Sometimes sometimes it can afford to make these mistakes, other times not so much. It doesn't mean too much as well, but Gohan actually has legendary power active when he's next to LR Piccolo. It's a little bit of extra damage, but it makes a difference. And also remember too, a crit will break through a type disadvantage, so even though that was physical we were hitting, because it crit, it hit him for max damage anyways. And this time we're going to play it a lot more safe, especially in a turn like this. In fact, this is the dangerous turn to play on. I'm not going to take any chances with that. Okay, not too bad. Don't really expect your Vegeta or Trunks or really anybody to do much damage against Black at this point. The only other guy who will give you sort of trouble like this would be Vegeta Blue later, but him and Black are going to be your hardest obvious opponents against an end team. But you land the crits, you're good to go. The 5-star juniors aren't too typical. I'd say you're fine here. Even though there's 5, they don't really do that much. They're still Cell Juniors. They do an okayish amount of damage, but not enough to make you run off screaming or anything. They're just more of a pain in the ass because there's so many you have to kill. What a wonderful 6 mil wasted crit. Thank God that was used on a Cell Junior. Also, you okay there in chat? You're all using a lot of strong language on each other. I can't tell if children are fighting, or if, I don't know, the circus is in town here. I've seen cuss words, but they're used in broken sentences, so it's not really making much sense. Sort of like whenever you walk next to some guy in, like, the street, and he, like, uses very broken English, and they say something rude to you, but it doesn't make any damn sense. Pardon me, sir. You bitch! Wait, I'm sorry, sir. What was that? You bitch! You move out of the way now! You go home! I beat your shit! Have a nice day, man! Yeah, this chat is weird. Dang. Alright, so the circus clowns are dead. Cell Junior's out of the way. Cell pops into his tech form. We wish him a Merry Christmas, and then we blow him into the moon. There's really nothing you need to know about this fight. This is Tech Cell. He will die instantaneously before you can blink, without question. Keep your hand to the show. Blow Cell away. Where did I... Boom, boom, boom. 7.5 billion crit. Well, at least he tried. You'd imagine that, you know, Strength Cell might have a better chance. Oh no. Strength Cell is going to fall just as easily. I'm sure most people wish they have an awakened LR Gohan. So when I did polls earlier, let's see, I did 820 stones worth. I was able to get 5 ticket polls. And in those 5 tickets for LR Gohan, I got 3 Hercules statues and 2 Videls. If that's not a big fuck you from Dokkan, I don't know what is. Also, Biz, just feel free to mute all the people who are acting weird. Don't hold back on my account or anybody else's account. Just destroy them. We're here to learn. It's educational time. I can call someone a bitch ass anytime. Hell, someone else can call me a bitch ass at any time. What an odd turn. There's so much greed happening here. Well, sorry, Trunks. Gohan's gonna win the stake on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys as well. Those Hercules statues they added in that banner, it's the biggest troll you'll ever see. I'm sure someone out there, whoever this may be, will be like, but I need 5 million Zinni. No, you don't. 5 million Zinni is a slap in the face. It's a kick in the nuts. It's when someone comes up to you and punches you in the throat. 5 billion Zinni does not equal all the multis you did in a chance for a freaking LR Gohan or even a waifu or an old guy. Someone giving you a Hercules statue for anything. Like, ugh. It's like getting a sweater for Christmas. Alright, it's a shitty turn here. Not too many orbs, but like I was saying earlier, Piccolo, you know, he serves a defensive purpose. Look at that sweet 50 he just hit me. 50 damage. When we're hitting ratios of 7.5 million to 500,000, when someone pops you up and hits you with 50, it's like someone just flicked you. It's like, ow. When's the blazing stream? Whenever I'm blazed out of my mind. Blaze it when you play Blaze It. Aw, man, and see that little health mitigation from Buuhan every time. That little bit of HP you lose. Like, it's not going to take it if you, take another, let's say, 1.5 million hit, but that little bit of damage, it just helps mitigate it back and forth. It's also sort of why I don't actually suggest bringing a secondary friend LR Gohan. I mean, you can, and it's nice, but if you can squeeze it, try to bring in at least one partial hero of any kind. Just remember, you can also use INT Vegeta, or I guess you could call him Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta if you want. You can use Hero Trunks, you can use Buuhan, and you can use LR Gohan as a lead. So you have 4 separate leader choices you can use for a team like this. You're not sort of locked in on one sort of type. Time to get serious! I'm voice acting in America! Ha! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Time to go on! I typed in the letter Z! Boom 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 boom! Man, they get on to the good fights already. It feels like I'm just like beating on children at this point. Let's give LR Gohan a workout here. Oh, even worse is... So remember I mentioned that Vegeta gets an attack increase once he ults. So with an additional attack, he just ults again for twice the damage. Alright, so for this turn, I would say... Yeah, you'd put Bardock first, obviously. You have enough orbs to bring Gohan where he needs to be, but probably not enough to kill Vegeta himself, so... I'd use a little caution on this form, as this Vegeta doesn't hit like a wet noodle, so he can do some pretty fine damage. Either be sure you can kill him the first turn, or set it up so you can at least live to the next turn. Yeah, there we go. So see, he natively hit about 30,000 on each Buuhan. If that was an actual ult, as typically they will do, that would probably done about 100,000 damage. A lot of people die in boss rush because they get cocky, and they don't realize how much damage the enemy can actually output on that turn. If you're able to read the damage output and not get rocked, you'll be fine. Just don't underestimate the enemy because, you're rocking through them. All it takes is one misplaced ult and then you're dead meat. Well, now Vegeta's gonna kill himself, so let's take a lesson to suicide here. Take yourself into the ground and then repeatedly punch yourself into the ground. If you find a way to do that, kudos. Alright, is it time for the big boy fights time? Another thing to note too for, I guess, the non-veterans, if you want to call them that, remember that all these Dokkan fights actually have their actual selective needs in each fight, so if you don't have someone who can greatly reduce defense, or a special attack here or there, you're kind of get boned anyways. Broly's the first check, and he's the fight after this, so if you don't have a way to greatly reduce defense, oh yeah. Prepare for an instant and brutal death, because remember, he's physical, and while INT is powerful, if you have no one reducing defense, Broly will bring all your damage to nothing and kill you. In fact, I think he's probably the first major boss check of Boss Rush 2. No? We'll be a little selfish here. Never mind. There you go, Trunks. Enjoy your 3 orbs. Go tickle them for me a little bit. Also, if chat, you're talking about Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's still one of the best cards in the game, bar none. Even as far ahead as Japan is right now, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a monstrous card. It also is in part for how good Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are combined on a hero team. Honestly, they're not going to stop being good until the new Japan meta comes out, whatever the hell that is going to be. Wow, Super Saiyan Vegeta, I remember this guy. Wow. So Gohan's about to hit him like a metric nuke. Keyword, I remember this guy, because remember him well, because he's about to get blown off the face of the earth. Let's see how the ultimate fused warrior does against one kid walking at you with a Kamehameha. Commence the walking. There is a story mode in Dokkan, but oh baby, it is god-awful. You know, at one point, let's see, yeah, 1.6 mil crit, not that great. Then again, Vegeta did probably mitigate quite a bit of that. Still got rocked though. Yeah, I was gonna say, deciphering Dokkan's story mode is like putting together a broken jigsaw puzzle. In fact, it's more like you took 3 jigsaw puzzles and just kind of dumped them all in a big pile. There's a story there, you just gotta look really, really hard. So as I mentioned before, this is going to be your first check. And I don't mean girly broly here. It's whenever he pops his roids and goes muscles on us. Oh yeah, even when it comes to, don't expect too many stones. I believe you only got about 90 in total out of the new story, so you're not going to break any banks with that. You know what they should do just to fuck players over? They should make you fight Physical Broly, this Strength Broly, then Physical Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, then LR Strength Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, then Bio Broly, then Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly. It'd be a 7-phase fight. That's how this game works, right? Damn, we're doing golden. I'm almost maintaining an almost near 90% plus health ratio this entire fight, except for black. Alright, you see that 124 damage I just did there? It's because we didn't reduce his damage. Or reduce his defense. And neither does Buuhan. I believe there's only 2 characters on my team that do it, and I believe Rage Trunks is one of them. So this is sort of what I'm talking about. Unless you brought someone to actually reduce damage, you're gonna have fun sitting here, doing nothing for a very long time. You have one hope to kind of overpass that, and it's by hitting Gohan's ratio right here. I believe it's 20 key or 22 key, maxing him out. There we go. See, Trunks basically went through his damage. And now we go to the final phase. Boop! Later, muscles! What was that supposed to be, Goku? Wow. They can't even have him say Kakarot. When did Broly ever call Goku Goku? Ever. Kakarot? Like, goddamn, Dokkan, how hard is it to type? Like, it's in English now. All you have to do is type Kakarot instead of Goku. It ain't hard. I could do it for you. A monkey could do it for you. Oh boy. Alright, so now comes the pray the right person doesn't get ult at the wrong time game. That's unfortunate, we had to give Goku all the good stuff. At the very least, we can knock that super right out of him. Oh god, yeah, look at that. That was a 44,000 hit on you, basically. If that was an ult on you, you can kiss your ass goodbye in pretty much one turn. Wow, amazingly, Vegeta pulled through with a critical ult, though. Nicely done. Okay, so maybe he called Goku once, but come on now. He pretty much calls him Kakarot all the time. Kakarot? Everybody knows Goku, nobody knows Kakarot? Well, the deal is if you're trying to make a game based on a show, you should probably base it around their terminology. Alright, so let's say I'm called JX. If you all started calling me Steve now, because one guy called me Steve a long time ago, and it's what everyone knows me by. Shit, sorry. I was looking at the fight for a second, I was like, why am I fighting Goten and Trunks? After Broly, though, you're kind of back to smooth sailing for a while. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, he actually kind of works more in RNG. He'll start on a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks to start with, but then he has a chance of either breaking into his base form or breaking into his Super Saiyan form. So depending on how fast this fight goes, depending on how lucky you are with RNG, how lucky you are. Oh yeah, I think we needed the crit Goten for 6.6 million damage. What do you think, Trunks? You want one too? 3.2 million, eh? Time to bring this to an end. I'm done fooling around. Sorry guys, I don't know how to actually make my voice do a fusion voice. That'd be kind of a cool trick if you talk to someone and they can somehow echo their voice to make it sound like a fused character. That'd be awesome. Speaking of top tier hero characters right now, the Gotenks we're fighting right now, still top tier, especially in global. What other ways can you get those Clash medals for LR Gohan? It's just summons right now, I believe. The way you got them in Japan was by doing a game mode called Battlefield, which was... Imagine getting cancer. It was worse than that. So, apparently in Global, they're just going to not do that. So, your only way of getting those medals for Gohan is by summoning on his banner. But I don't want to worry too much about it, because unless you pulled him on your very first pull, you'll have plenty of medals. Just no Gohan to use them on. You lucky motherfucker. Luck has nothing to do with it. It's pure skill. Remember, if you want to pull something in this game, just yell at the game, curse at it, and scream, and then threaten it a little bit, and you'll get what you want. Also, don't accidentally move your, Nox emulator downwards by accident. Alright, so here's the Gotenks in question. He'll be more of a threat to you when you're not using an INT team, obviously, but since you got type advantage on him, he doesn't do that much to you. He basically serves as a reminder at this point that another version of me is going to come out, a physical version, much better than my tech version. Isn't that weird? Alright, see you then. And yes, LR Gohan is amazing in a hero team. Time to get serious. Type the letter 0 for serious mode. You did it! Serious mode activated. That's true. There are also other ways of pulling the cards you want. Let me tell you the way of not getting the cards you want. The way of not getting it is to go in, buy stones, and then think you're going to pull the card. That is the absolute incorrect way. You will never get anything this way. The correct ways are A, go into the bathroom, and then for whatever reason, if you're taking a dump, do a single summon. You'll pull something then. It happens nearly 95% of the time. Option B is, don't know what's going on, log in, be like, oh hey, I haven't played this game in a while, do a multi-summon for kicks, and then pull everything on the banner and realize you don't know what you pulled, but it's all the best shit in the game. And then option C is, pretty much wail until you probably pull him, maybe $1,000, $2,000 later. I should pretty much only hope. Also, one thing to note, it's pretty impressive that we're actually doing this much damage to Gotenks. He's got a massive damage modifier as his Super Saiyan 3 form. It's kind of funny. Honestly, the only really time you can technically or supposed to do damage to this guy is when he breaks his forms. When you got LR Gohan, anything's possible. Or you could just crit him and kill him. See? Oops. That's exactly what Timeless Man said. You have to not give a shit. So Buuhan's another weirdly strange fight. He works in reverse order of everybody. He starts at his absolute strongest, and then just becomes weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker all the way down. On that note, we're going to seal away his ultimate. Then we're going to turn our Rage Trunks into a really pissed off Rage Trunks, and then our Stunner Goku will have a shot at stunning him. Let's see if Rage Trunks actually pulls any damage out of his ass here. I don't think he will, but never mind. Get the crit. You get the crit, you make happiness happen. No stun, but at least he's sealed, so. Carry through, just keep blocking. I mean, honestly, that's really what you do until he pops into his Super Saiyan 3 Buu tanks, if you want to call him that form. So for now, Piccolo. It's sort of hard to remember with Gohan, because you always have to tell yourself, like, there aren't enough key orbs for him. Remember, he always gets double and triple if INT, so if you can keep that little, note jogged at the back of your head, you'll be fine. He looks pink and weird. If you think this Buu's weird, you should see all the Buus. This is technically Majin Buu's strongest form. Sort of what I was talking about where he digresses each form. The reason he's digressing is because all the people he absorbed is being slowly ripped out of his body. The form you're seeing now is the strongest iteration of Majin Buu ever shown in the show. You know what? I'm feeling Trunks is feeling lucky. Let's smack him. We seal his ult after that with Bardock, and then Buuhan will heal us back to full again. No worries. With the Dupa Gogeta, and then a Super Vegeta in Japan. Well then. Congrats. Gogeta's still very, very strong in Japan, and global right now. Even when his INT version comes and basically outclasses the old strength Gogeta, the fact that Gogeta has the passive of hitting through anyone's defense, it's really hard to make up a better passive than that, so it's sort of the reason why Gogeta is so strong. In fact, it's in part why the reason Super Saiyan 4 Goku is one of the best strength leaders, and he was for such a long time, is simply because he gets Gogeta on his own team. And yes, usually it is the other way around. That's actually why I brought up the fact that this is the weird fight, because they make you fight his strongest form first, and then you slowly rip away his absorptions, rather than his weakest form to strongest form. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to live, but he only had one charge left, so he would defuse after this turn. Oh, hell yeah. Get your Gogeta SA10. If you're ever wondering if there's a good time to get your Gogeta SA10, it's every day, all the time. Shinron may be physical, but I don't think he's going to really pose much of a threat here. I say that, and then he'll do something ridiculous, but I'm just not seeing it. We'll have Gohan mitigate the first two. Bardock will seal, and Trunks will be left with the leftovers. Who's Gogeta's SA-10? Everyone's, I hope. If you have a Gogeta and he's not SA-10, you should work on that. Oh boy. Additional attack for Trunks in his weakest form. We have no INT orbs for him, so it's nice and all, but he ain't gonna do any extra damage. And Gogeta's super attack is not farmable, sadly. So I wish. I'd prioritize, if you did manage to pull the Super Saiyan 4s, I'd prioritize them over Gogeta right now. But if you did manage to get Goku, my biggest advice to you right now is work on getting Goku and Gogeta's SA to 10 simultaneously as fast as you can. Those two are the root and the strength cause of what makes whatever the hell you want to call it, super strength so strong right now. Oh, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's better than Vegeta. There was a lot of misconception early on that Vegeta was better because he's tanky, and that's true. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is a very good tank. But the better team leader slash team synergy slash better team is the strength Super Saiyan 4 Goku by a very, very big mile. The problem Vegeta suffers from tremendously is everybody on Global Agility Team, it's so hard to make anyone link properly at all. It's like a clusterfuck of random people. It's strong, it's powerful, and you can throw in like Super Vegito and have blocking, tanking, countering, Vegeta blocking, tanking, etc. But with Goku, you can actually abuse the fact that there's now a GT-related Trunks who's on Vegeta's banner at this moment. You also have Oob. You've got Gogeta. And there's one other GT link that actually works very well with them, so it makes the synergy of the strength team very, very strong. In fact, that will probably be the next showcase I do is the strength one, but everybody wanted to see LR Gohan first, so here we are. Yeah, it's pretty much what you said. It doesn't matter about tank if you one-shot with them. It's the shittiest unit in the game? I can't honestly answer that. There's thousands of them. Wow, 73,000. Yikes. Actually, Clash of Clans brings up a good point. I was trying to remember the other one. There's also a giant Link buddy, and it's on Goku's banner right now. It's Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku. And did he get his Dokkan? He should have, because both him and Baby should have a Dokkan right now. I didn't see it on Global, but the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku not only Dokkans, but since he's the ape one, he's getting a Dokkan with a possible ape effect, and he shares like 7 or 8 links with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's ridiculous. They're basically butt buddies. Well, the Saiyan Roar also goes between Goku and Vegeta. But I see your point there. It's also what makes another good... my god, so many units in my head. But it's sort of what makes the hero team very good as well. Because they're all sharing that goddamn Saiyan Roar. You ever hear what a Saiyan Roar is like? Wow! It's pretty deadly. Okay, so now we come to the very end. We got the 4 Big Daddies. If you made it this far without using pretty much all your items, you have a good chance of winning. If you made it this far while using all of your items and you're maybe 25% less health than I am currently, you're probably screwed. Alright. Our start isn't the best, but this is base Rose. He's only attacking once, so unless Rose manages to pull a 14,400 or 144,300 damage out of his ass, which I don't think he will, we should be fine. Managed to pull Super Saiyan Goku along with Super Saiyan GT and GT Trunks, as well as Super Saiyan 3 GT Vegeta. Poor bastard. Nah, this game isn't like FGO in that sense. There's a lot of very bad units in this game. They're not going to get you very far. But the thing also, comparing Dokkan to FGO is like apples to oranges. There's probably 200 to 300 SSRs in this game. Well, FGO has like, what, like 20 or 30 SSRs? It's sort of why there's a big rate difference, too. It's like, Dokkan's got 10% rates to pull things. It's like, that's great. Did you know that those 10% rates give you a high enough chance to pull Super Saiyan Agility Goku, the very first SSR ever released, who's worse than trash? While the units you want still have about a 1% ratio on their, you know, what the hell do you call it? Selected? Nope. What the hell's the word I'm looking for? Featured, that's the one. Their 1% featured chance. Alright, we'll have Piccolo block it. Ignore Zamasu completely in this fight because, as to the lore of the show, he's immortal. So you're kind of wasting your time on that shit anyways. And we'll heal a little bit. Well, welcome, new friend. There are many new people here. That's your welcome greeting. It's when Piccolo kicks you in the air, then Krillin kicks you back into the ground, and then Gohan Kamehamehas you. And then they all do it at the same time. I never expected you to be so strong. My compliments on the light in finishing you last. By the way, my hair's very pink. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we have Bardock starting first so we can seal him, but he is still attacking 4 times. That's sort of a pain in my ass. Everyone's defense, though, is pretty... they're all just, yeah, 25,000 across the board, pretty much. That's 5 attacks, actually. I'm not sure. If he hits an average ratio of 30,000, we're kind of fucked, but I don't think he will. And thank you. Oh, actually, we got a Dokkan. Ha! Time to get serious. By the way, another thing about Dokkans you may not know is when you hit, you do a percentage of the damage. Sadly, we're using Bardock. But if, let's say, this hit for like 3 million, you basically full heal. Well, the good news is if you're having trouble with the Merge Zamasu event, an INT team will be your saving grace. An INT team will walk all over Merge Zamasu. Oh boy, Kenny with the show. Vegeta took Rose to the ground and pummeled her to the ground. Yep, now we're home free. I got nothing to worry about at all. Block Rose's final assault, screw the rest of his turns, have Gohan finish off the rest, and then Goku can look pretty at the end of his turn. You need an Elder Kai to open his crits? What? It doesn't work that way, sadly. I wish it did. If I could use Elder Kais to open people's potential paths, oh baby, I would be doing that all day long. Alright, so this is pretty much your last issue fight. If you're looking for like the last like really tough fight, will be this. It'll be VB himself. After this, you'll be fighting Merge Zamasu, who you'll have advantage on, which will leave Trunks alone. So if you can make it there, you're pretty much home free. That's a lot of vent orbs, but you know, since we are using Buuhan, this will be a hell of a heal out of this. We're at 19k, we jumped right back up to 22,000. Nearly 30,000 out of that. Snaps of static? I have no idea, buddy. Maybe I'm secretly static shock. I just can't contain the electricity inside of me. Oh, Vegeta lived. Good. That's probably me just smacking around the mic or something. I don't know. If we're doing without much static here, I'll try fixing the macaroni real quick for you. You guys can listen to this awesome fan fiction. I mean, incredible story while we wait. Alright, we're back. We're black. Hopefully less staticky before. I hope you enjoyed that awesome storytelling brought to you in part by Dokkan Battle. Vegeta, fuse with me quick. I don't know. Well, do it anyways. Will you bring a compelling point? Behold, Vegito Blue. This actually might be the only time you'd ever consider using ushers. If you don't have the best setup. So like for this right here, you're taking 2 free hits from the start, you've got no one to really block for you, and Bardock can't steal his ult until you're attacked twice. Vegeta may not be awakened yet, but he'll still hit you for a truckload. It's best not to really risk that shit, so... to be honest, I ain't risking that crap. Set yourself up for a better turn. I know some people have like a very strong Sigma against using items, but to be honest... if you don't and get yourself killed, you only have yourself to blame, because you have items to use them. May as well use them. Also, that small chance of a stun. Did we land it? Oh, hell. Look at this Goku going twice. 2 chances for a stun. Double crits. I guess it won't even matter. Trunks wants to kill him. Okay. Not only did Vegito just get stunned, he lived with... I can't even see his health bar. So basically, what just happened here is there's a guy crippled on the ground in front of me who can't move, who's in a bloody mess. And the game's basically telling me to finish him off. This is Mortal Kombat right now. We're about to mercy kill this dude. Ah, jeez. You know, that's actually unfavorable, too. Because it forced an extra turn on us. We're back at the same position we were the turn before this. Now with a stronger Vegito who will attack us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You know what? I'm feeling lucky this time. What I'm about to do is either going to be A, a fatal mistake, or B, we're going to live with very little health. There we go. We got the dodge of the first hit. That's the one that mattered. We got the ult sealed, so everything from here on should be alright. Got the stun again. Nice. The dodges, the stuns. Jesus. They just handed Vegeta to me on a platter. This is a freebie turn by that sense then. Hell yeah. To set Trunks up to do damage. In a perfect world, this is when Gohan would be set up, but... Trunks will work fine here. You'd be surprised, the dodge levels aren't too high. It's just, you have to remember, INT characters... Okay, so do you remember the top left of the tree? How every character has, essentially a high-level skill there? All INT characters have dodge there. So any INT character gets a freebie dodge. That's also why INT characters dodge so goddamn much. Even, like, high attack ones. No, Gohan can dodge. Any of them can dodge. Like I just said, all INT characters have a freebie dodge on the top left of their shield. Shield? Tree. Their potential shield. Why did I say shield again? Their potential tree. What the fuck is wrong with me? It took me a while to learn that, but... It's good and bad. I'd much rather it be the other two, but... You get what you get with intelligent characters, I guess. Oh, for how many stones you can farm in global mode? If you started from the base story and you did absolutely no events and you went all the way to the end, you would get about 780 stones. Alright, we're almost at the home free part. When I start the stream? Apparently about an hour ago. Wow. I'm surprised it's been that long already. It's sort of why I like the Japan's new version of Boss Rush a little bit more. Simply because it's 5 very hard bosses, rather than 14, 15, 16 bosses that take half the day to kill. Oh boy, I don't want to be forced to heal you here. Come on. Stay strong, you troublemakers. I've always been curious about people who come to my live streams and tell other people to sub to the channel. I don't know, this seems like a weird thing to do. Dude, I subbed to this guy's channel because he went into a different chat I was in and then told me to sub to my channel. Was that a good thing? I have no idea. It's basically like someone saying, hey man, come jump off a bridge with me. Okay. Only fools would defy God. That's a pretty close merge Zamasu voice, I think. Jax, please sub to my channel. I make Dokkan content and I need 1K for the Super Saiyan 4 summons. Mai brings up a good point. Sub to her channel. I mean, I can go full beta bitch on everybody if you want. I mean, I could be sitting here like, guys, do you like what you see? Do you like the way that I just took Zamasu from behind and basically killed him? If you like that kind of stuff, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, donate to my blah 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 blah. If you want to see me do some more dank summons, remember to donate to my Patreon / blah 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 blah. And if that's not enough, come check out these channels here, blah blah blah. Also brought to you in part by Dokkan Battle. Bandai, the awesomest creators in the world.
Zero lights of justice, pierce me now! Enough the gods who cannot purge evil are worthless. You cannot hope to compare to a god!
Oh man, poor Merge Zamasu. You know what's actually, this guy's, he actually had the reputation of being the run killer for quite a while. Like, people would get very far in the boss rush and then they would die here. This is sort of where I like the INT team the best here in this sense, because you finally reach the team killer and you have an INT team, so Merge Zamasu has to try very hard to kill you. Oh god. If you think the mods were bad, I think he's still charging $50 to be his friend. That one was funny. You didn't think they voiced cutscenes? Oh yeah, man. This is all live in game. Everything you're hearing is from Dokkan's content. Oh, Bardock, he's sick of this shit. Boom, 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 boom. Let's cut out the middleman. Just give me money. Syndisouls gets it. That's what a lot of these channels are, man. It's just like an excuse for other people to give you money for doing nothing. Alright, this is your last battle. You make it here, you're pretty much home free. I'm not going to say 100% because you have to fight 5 phases of Trunks, but if you made it here, you're pretty much golden. Oh, the Dokkan. God, that's the one thing I wish... you see it so rarely in actual game because you don't really get a chance to Dokkan, so you just don't really learn to pay attention to it. If I was a smart boy, I would have had Gohan hit this and we would full heal ourselves and blast Trunks into the moon. Speaking of Xeno, I'm still very disappointed we don't have a Lord Xeno card in this game. Trunks 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, dude, the lit music, hell yeah! At least it ends in a bang. I'm gonna rip your face off, it's gonna hurt, so get ready. I'm gonna take you to fucking school, you're gonna get toast. You're already dead, just give it about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're dead.
I won't give in. I will defeat you.
Oh, okay. Well, he did say he will defeat me, so I guess I gotta give up now. You know, it's sort of a disappointment, actually, that they use this art of Rage Trunks. It's like such a bad card, because it's really cool. It's actually the more iconic of the Rage Trunks arts they have, but they use them as a freebie Rage Trunks that you feed off to a different Trunks, so he's pretty wasted.
Well, there's still a chance. I'm putting everything on this one blow.
He's gonna blow me? Wow. Okay, I thought we were enemies, but apparently we're putting that behind us. This is one of those moments, too, I would say to be cautious on, but if you're at full health, even if he does ult you, I'd say you'd be pretty okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll leave these two like this. The smart move here would be use your Goku with a chance of stunning, but I'd rather have Goku and Vegeta. What, Goku? My god. What the hell is the matter with me? Vegeta and Trunks linking with each other properly and blocking. How am I being lewd? Oh yeah, he's blowing me. I was like, what did I say? To the ground! Oh man. I mentioned that we may not actually be in trouble, but we actually may be. He put me at almost half health already. Uh-oh. Trunks, kill yourself faster! Oh man, kill him faster! 20,000. Please God. 20,000. Okay. Woo! You actually kind of made me nervous there for a second. You do realize it's very easy to have Gohan LR. Allow me to take the example for you. Go to his banner, pull the medals, use them on Gohan. He's LR. It's super easy. You wanna know the hard part? Pulling him.
We live by helping each other. This is what it means to be immortal. Everyone, lend me your strength.
Dun 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 dun. The ultimate form of Trunks, who has apparently 1 bar of health. Well guys, let's say our goodbyes to Trunks. We've had some good times, we've had some bad times, but this is one of those times where it's time to say goodbye. I think we can, if this was INT, I could fully blast Goku. Let's see. If we take the reds, I bring the INTs down. Can I swing it that way? Nah, because we'd lose an extra. I want Gohan to kill him though with like a full bang. Alright, we'll swing it back this way. Oh, it still made it. Nice! Well, pay your respects to Trunks now because this boy's gone.
Share your energy with him before he gets blasted to the moon.
Also, let me teach you how to walk. Ready? Do what Gohan's doing. Thrust yourself at the screen. That's how you walk. 4.2 billion crit. Ah, looks like I guess we didn't share enough energy with them. Whoops. Well, and that, kids, is how you beat Dokkan Boss Rush 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the hell you want to call this, with an INT team. In fact, the only hard to get characters of the team I made there would be Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks, probably. The rest of them, they're not too hard to get by. Some of those are really basic SSRs. Oh, and mission complete! Would you like to friend Matthew? Sure, why not? Where'd I get my private server? Well, typically, this would be a private server, but this is one of the times it's not, sadly, so... I got it by going to www.dokkanbattle.com and downloading the client and playing the game. It's a secret. But anyways, I hope you all had fun. The whole purpose of this was just to show off what Gohan could do in an INT team. The next team will probably be... It's going to be one of 3 options, as I said before. It was 4 options to start with. Gohan won. So the 3 remaining are Super Saiyan 4 Goku Strength Team, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's Agility Team, or a hero team based on the best hero characters available. So whichever you want to see next, just let me know and we'll make it happen. But until then, I'll see you all later. Stay beautiful now.